Hi babes, welcome back to another weekend vlog, I guess. Well, this is really gonna be more like a day vlog, just one day, because Friday I didn't do anything. When I got off work, I literally came back to Brooke's house, we went to sleep, that was that. And then yesterday, Saturday, we woke up early. We went over to Tiff and Nick's house, and then we drove to their old apartment. We packed up everything that was inside, cleaned up the inside of the apartment, took everything back to their new house and helped them organize and stuff. And then we had lunch and dinner over there. So we did eventually end up playing like rummy and stuff towards the end of the day, but the first part of the day I was just so drained from moving everything. I was hot and sweaty. I didn't feel like filming, so I didn't film those 2 days. Today is Sunday, July 12th. Yeah, today is Sunday, July 12th. I'm whispering because Brooke is still asleep. It is currently 6 a.m. I have to go over like to where I live, which is about like half an hour. We have a day date planned for us, so you'll see that. But I also have an appointment for something. I'll tell you guys more. Like, I've been having like appointments and stuff in the past few like weekend type of vlogs. And I'll update you to closer when things are settled and everything. But yeah, so right now I'm getting ready. I already got dressed. I put my hair back, and then I need to do my makeup. So I'm gonna do my makeup, but I just wanted to introduce the vlog since I have not been vlogging. This is just gonna be a day in life on a weekend, I guess. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Hi babes. So me and Brooke, as you saw, we went to Over Easy and we had breakfast. I had a meeting, so I went to my meeting, and now we are headed, well, you guys saw I also read. Speaking of this Falling for Red book, they talked about tantric sex in this book. Immediately no, brought it down to 1 star. I really want to DNF the book, but I'm just not one of those people who can DNF a book. I have to finish it, but hell no, that's fucking weird. Excuse my language, but that is so strange for it to be in. I really didn't like that. So yeah, gross. So definitely 1 star read for me already. We'll see if it gets any better, but that's where we are already. I did not like that. So I did that reading. I read my devotional, and then now we're headed to the movie. We're gonna watch the live action Moana. So we are heading to an AMC. So I'll take you guys with me. I don't know if we're gonna do anything after. I know I need to do my like shower routine where I shave my whole body, I wash my hair, comb it out, all of that. But I don't know if we're doing anything else fun. So I may pick you guys up again, I may not. But I definitely will pick you guys up at the movie theater. So hi ladies. I'm back. I'm looking crazy. My hair's all like this. It's really hot today, so that's why this was nicely slicked back and my makeup wasn't dripping all over my face, but it was hot out today. But yeah, so as you guys saw, we went to see Moana, the live action. It was really good. If you haven't watched it, I recommend you watching it. But yeah, I love, that's my favorite movie. So when I saw that it was coming for live action, I was like, I'm there, because I already saw the Moana 2. And I don't know, I can't remember if it was my old vlog channel or this one, but it was probably my old one. When Moana 2 came out, me and Brooke went to go see it, and she bought me the Moana wave bucket, the one that, yeah, that's like a wave. So I got that. And then this time for the live action, they had tumblers, like cups. So I'll show you what I got from there. So Disney's Moana. So it's this cute tumbler. And it says Disney Moana only in theaters. And it's like this cute like wave. And it goes from this teal to this more deeper blue. It's super cute. And on the top it has the Heart of Defeating. And then I looked inside and everything. It doesn't have no cup in here. But on the instructions, there's a straw. But there's not one in here. And so when we were there, like after I bought it, because I bought it and then I went into the theater and watched the movie. And then I noticed, well, because here's the thing. We had gotten there, like the movie started at 12. We went to AMC. Specifically, we went to AMC. So the movie started at 12. And we got there like exactly at 12, like 12 or 12:01. And so I wanted to make sure like the previews weren't, or you know, anything going. So me and Brooke went in, we sat down. The previews were still going, so we could like get snack stuff. I didn't really want a snack because we had breakfast, as you saw, at Over Easy. So I was pretty stuffed from that. So I just wanted a drink. So I was like, it's hot out, I want a slush. And so I was like, go ahead. Like I told her, I was like, I really want this cup. Can you go buy me the cup and then just give me a slush in it? So I gave her my card so she could go and buy it. And she went and bought it. And then she brought it back. And then we watched the movie and stuff. But while I was watching the movie, I was like, oh, like when she came back though, she had the slush in a different cup, not this one. And I was like, why didn't you put it in this one? I said to just put it in this one. And she was like, yeah, when I told the lady I was buying this, she still gave me another cup for the slush. So I just used that one. And I was like, okay. But anyway, so I was like, okay. But then I looked and I was like, where's the straw? And she was like, I don't know. And so she went and she, like, after we finished the movie, I had to go to the restroom. So she went to like the concession stand, whatever. And they said that it doesn't come with a straw. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I've seen not this particular tumbler, but I've seen so many tumblers sold, like Starbucks sells their own, like so many I've seen, and they always come with a straw. I've never seen one without a straw. So I was like, what do you mean that it's like, you know what I mean? I was like, what do you mean it's not? I was like, what are you talking about? So I looked it up online, and yes, it's a lie. So if you go to the AMC and you buy this tumbler, it's supposed to come with a straw. It's not supposed to not have a straw. It's supposed to come with a straw. It says that probably like either it fell out the bag, or since it's a display item, the display ones get like a little discount because they don't have all the parts, stuff like that. So they were like, it's an inventory issue, but AMC said that the makers of these, they're sold with a straw. So I just happened to get one that isn't sold with a straw. And I'm like, but it's fine. I really wanted the tumbler. It's cute. I love it. And I will just buy a plastic straw that matches one of these two colors or the green to put in here. So I'll just do that. I wish it came with the straw that it was made with, but I will just buy one. But yeah, so I got this from AMC. And then when I was doing my makeup today, I noticed that I was out of my foundation. So I don't use foundation. I really use the skin tint. So I use the Glossier Skin Perfecting Tint. That's the one I have. I was actually gifted it by one of my friends, and because she had gotten a shade that didn't match her, and it happened to match me perfectly, and I was like, oh, this is crazy. But I loved it, but I've used it up, and my skin has been like acting up ever since, you guys know, I got that food poisoning, whatever the heck that was, that I had for like a week and a half. I don't know what that was, but ever since I had that, my body has been trying to detoxify whatever was in me. And so my skin has been acting up. And I always, like, after I shower, I always use rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, whatever you call it, on my face. It's never caused me any issues, and it always keeps my acne at bay. So I was using that for that whole week that stuff was happening. And then after I started feeling better, I used it still for a week, but I still have acne. And I'm like, I haven't had acne like in a while, and it's not super bad. But on this side, this cheek it is, but it's not super bad really anywhere else. So I'm like, I wonder why like it's so bad. So I actually bought a salicylic acid cleanser. The one from Neutrogena, the one that's like 2% salicylic acid, it's orange and it doesn't really smell nice. I usually use that when like it's like stubborn breakouts that I can't seem to get off my face. I will use salicylic acid. So I bought a salicylic acid cleanser, it has 2% in it, and I've been using that every night. But maybe I need to use, because I wash my face in the morning too, but I just don't use that cleanser. But I'm thinking maybe I should use it both day and night, because it has, but because I'm using the salicylic acid, I'm not using alcohol. So I'm thinking maybe I should use both, or I don't know. Like, I don't know. But I have like this big one right here, and I don't know. I just want it covered. I want to wear foundation. And this coming Wednesday, at my job, you guys know, I work at a dermatology office. One of the doctors is moving. He's moving his family to California, so he's leaving next week. And the company is throwing him like a happy hour where they invite us all out to some place that we're gonna go, and we're gonna have drinks and say goodbye, basically. And so, no, I don't wear makeup to work. Like when I go to work during the day, I don't wear makeup because I don't. It's really a bunch of old people, so like who work there, so it's fine. Like I don't feel the need to wear makeup around them, and it's work. Like I always wear makeup if I'm going out and about, like if I'm going somewhere to eat, if I'm going to watch a movie, like today, if I'm going to go shopping, like that kind of stuff, I will go out because I like to get dolled up and pretty. But for work, I'm like, bro, I'm at work. So I don't really wear makeup, but because of my acne, I feel like I need to. Like, I don't like the way my face, like no one has said anything to me, but I just don't like the way my face looks with this acne on it, so I want it covered. And so I'm like, that thing for the doctor who's leaving is on Wednesday, and today is Sunday. I'm like, I'm gonna be busy working all the way until 4:30, and then it's an hour in traffic, so I'm gonna be sitting in the car in the hot, because it's 118 degrees here in Arizona. It's hot, and the AC in Brooke's car is broken, so it's just super hot and super sweaty, and I'm like, I don't want makeup on. I really don't. So I just usually don't wear makeup to work, and I feel like after work I'm gonna be tired. I'm not gonna have time to like run around after work to go do things. So I'm like, okay, fine. That's it. But anyways, yeah, so because of that, I was like, I really do want to get the foundation. But as I told you guys, I normally use the Glossier Skin Perfecting Tint. I use the shade G6. And that is only sold at Sephora. Glossier is only sold at Sephora. So I went to the AMC theater that we went to watch Moana live action. We went to one that like is in a mall kind of, so there's a Sephora there. So after we went out to movies, I went to Sephora to see, and they didn't have my shade. They had every other shade. Like they had a 5, they had a 7, an 8, a 9, a 10, an 11. They had 4, 3, 2, 1, but they were out of shade G6. My shade. So I'm like, goodness. So I was like, I really need to like get that before Wednesday. And I didn't really want to be going around because it's so hot today. And I was washing my clothes, so I was wearing Brooke's clothes. And you know when you're wearing someone else's clothes and not yours, and you're not very comfortable in it, like it's either too tight or it's too loose, or you just don't feel beautiful in it. That's how I felt today. Like I did my hair, did my makeup, and I was feeling cute at first, but then I was wearing her clothes because I'm doing my laundry, and I'm like, I'm not confident, so I don't want to be out and about too long. But I was like, I need to get this foundation, and then I'm done. So I looked up what brands are sold at Ulta, and there is a brand that I've like been wanting to try, and it's called Ilia, and they have a like super serum skin tint, because I'm not a big huge like foundation, like cover foundation, but I do like a skin tint because I do have redness in my cheeks from my mom's side because my mom is white and Native American. So I do have redness here that I like to cover up. And then obviously if there's acne, I like to cover that up because it's normally red because I'm a popper. And I will pop them and put alcohol over them. And I notice I never get scars. So I'm not a dermatologist, so don't listen to me. See your dermatologist, see what you want to do. But yeah, I was like, let me try that brand at Ulta because I was like, I don't feel like running around 50 million Sephora's. So let me just go to an Ulta. So there was an Ulta nearby. So I went there and I picked it up. So the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint. So, oh, it has SPF in it as well. I didn't know it had all that. But I got it in the shade ST14 Dominica. That was the corresponding one. Because I went on the Glossier's website for the G6 and it says deep neutral undertones. And so I looked on Ilia's website and the one that was deep with neutral undertones was this one. The ST14 Dominica. I am going to try it today. This is how it looks. Sorry, guys. This is how it looks in the bottle. So I am gonna try this today. I'm gonna like wash this foundation off or whatever, the skin tint off, and put this on just to make sure a shade matches because yes, I want to use it for Wednesday, but also I'm going back to Michigan for a week next week. So I want to use it while I'm there and I want it to match me. So if it doesn't, then over this next week, I need to get back my other one. But I do want to try this out because I've been wanting to because I have SPF. Like I have SPF for my face and my body and I wear it. Like I'm not someone who's like, oh, don't wear it. Like I wear it, but I do notice that like during the day, like when I'm not like going swimming or gonna be outside in the sun for hours, I won't put on sunscreen. So when I'm going out and about, just like running errands and stuff, I wear makeup. So I was like, why not wear something that has SPF and makeup? So I have been wanting this for a while, but it's just expensive. But I see why. Like the bottle is like, I don't know, it might be just plastic, but it feels like heavy and it is like a clean brand Ilia. So we'll see how that goes. So I did go to Ulta after the movie, so that's my little haul. I just got this, nothing else, and then I got this cute thing from the movie. I just love Moana. I just do. You guys already know, I told you I was born and raised in Michigan. I grew up there around the lakes. I love swimming in the lakes. I love lakes. I'm a lake girl. And I've always loved the water. That's literally the reason I moved. It's because when I was younger, I was like, I love summer. Like summer is my favorite. I love my mom taking us to the lakes all summer long. Like we go multiple times in the summer. It's not just for 4th of July or Memorial Day. Like we're going to the beach all the time in the summer. Mostly because of me, because I love to swim. And so we would go all the time. And I just remember loving that. And I remember as a kid, I was like, I really just want to live somewhere where I can like live by the beach and it's warm all of the time. Like, I don't want it to be going to winter and I can't swim, yada, yada, yada type of thing. Or I have to swim in a pool because I'm not a big... I'll swim in a pool and I swim in pools all the time. If people invite me to a pool party, I'm going to swim. But I'm just not a big pool swimmer. I prefer the lake or the ocean. I'm just used to lakes because I'm from the Great Lakes state. But yeah, so I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. So then when I graduated college, I was like, I'm going to move warm. So then I moved to Virginia. I lasted 3 months. I was like, okay, yeah, it's nice in the summer. There's Virginia Beach, so I get to swim in the Atlantic Ocean. Loved it. But it still snows in Virginia. Yeah, it still snows. It's definitely not as bad as Michigan or New York, because I've lived in both Michigan and New York. It's definitely not as bad as either of those two, but it still snows. And I'm like, no, I want it to be warm enough where I can swim year round. So then I was like, okay, let me go to Georgia. And I lived in Savannah. Again, I lived in Savannah for 3 months, okay? I lived in Savannah for 3 months. Now, they're gorgeous. It's it's on the coast there, like where like Little Tybee Island is and stuff, and that is where the last song was filmed, if you didn't know, was in Georgia. And I do love Savannah, Georgia. I think it's gorgeous there. They have great water. I loved swimming there. But for someone of color, it's not the friendliest. It's a beautiful place, but I was like, okay, I don't want to live there full time. And then my sister and I were like, oh, Arizona. And I was vegan at the time, so I was like, I hear a lot of like veganism in Arizona. Like a lot of vegans go there for like conferences and stuff. So I'm like, maybe it's like a vegan place, blah, 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 whatever. And it's warm all year round, no snow. And I went here. And yes, it is warm all year round. Like even in the wintertime, the highs during the day normally aren't 50s or 60s. Like 60s, and it's sunny. And then at nighttime, it does get cold in the winter times, like 30 degrees. But I mean, I'm not going to be out and about swimming at nighttime in the winter. I can do night swimming in the summer. But yeah, it is warm here, which yes, I can give it that. I do like the weather. Sometimes it gets a little hot, like if you're doing stuff during the day, but it's nice and warm, but there's no like swimming. There's no lakes here. There's no ocean. It's a landlocked state. So, I mean, there's man-made lakes, but those are very creepy. Like, I hear so many stories, and there's always so many stories about people who die in these man-made lakes because there's no, like, I don't know, they got fake currents, and there's, like, metal down there at the bottom. Like, it's not a real lake, so it's not like it's super deep like the lakes in Michigan, 90 plus feet deep, and there's animals, like sea animals, and like, sea anemone, and all, seaweed and whatever else is in the lake and in oceans. Like, it's not like that. Like, it's man-made, so there's like metal stuff underneath at the bottom, and they might not be as deep. And like, I just hear people dying all the time on the man-made lakes here in Arizona, and I just like, yeah, not gonna be me. I have swam in the Saguaro Lake, and that was okay. That's fine. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing else has. And so I really, for a long time, have been wanting to move. And I was thinking of moving like out of here somewhere where there's beach and water. Like I just know that that's where I'm meant to be, because I wouldn't have this feeling, this calling, whatever, like to always be by it. And I think that's why I like Moana. Not in the same way where I'm a voyager or a wayfinder. I'm not saying that. But I feel like I've constantly been called to the water. And so I really love this movie, and it is my favorite movie. So I do love to get little collectibles. They also had a plush blanket. But I am a tumbler girl. Like, most people, they're like, oh, I want my Hydro Flask or my Yeti water bottles. I don't carry water bottles nowhere. I'm carrying the water cup. I'm a water cup girl. So I love these tumblers with the straw. So I was like, this is very much me. And then my popcorn bucket, at first I wasn't wanting to get that popcorn bucket when Moana 2 came out, because I was like, I don't really eat popcorn, but I love that it's like literally a wave of water. Just like this one is like water. Like, if you look up close to detail, it's like water waves. And so I was like, I love that it's a wave bucket though. That's so cute. And then, but I was like, no, I'm not going to get it. Then I went in and watched the movie, and I saw the bucket in person. And I was like, no, like, I eat chips, and I eat other snacks I can just put in there. It just might not be a popcorn bucket. It's going to be my chip bucket or something. But who says I got to use it for popcorn? I bought it. It's my money. It's at my house now, so I can use it for whatever I please. So, yeah, I just wanted to do that little haul. I switched my clothes, so my clothes are still down there drying right now. And then I'm going to probably do my everything shower. I might eat before, because we ate breakfast, and then I had my meeting that I had to go to, and then we came back here because we had a little bit of time to go before the movie. So then we came back here, let the dogs out and all that, and I got stuff situated while I was here, started my laundry and all that, and then we went to the movie, we went to Sephora, we went to Ulta, we came back, switched my laundry into the dryer. So, and it's my last load, like I'm done after this. So I don't know what
the rest of the day is gonna hold. Probably nothing. Like after I do my everything shower, we're probably gonna lay down and watch like a movie or something, or Netflix, or you know what I mean. Like we're probably gonna do something like that. So I may not pick up the camera again today, but I did wanna take you with me for all of that. Don't know what I'm gonna eat, but yeah, this is gonna be the end of the vlog since we're not doing anything else fun. I know this one was a short one because, yeah, this one was a short one because I forgot to film on Saturday because it was just super hectic and busy, and then Friday I didn't do anything either. But I knew today me and Brooke were having this date day, so I hope you guys enjoyed the day in the life, and I will see you guys next week. I think honestly, I was gonna say the next vlog was gonna be the Michigan vlog, but it's not. Next week's video is gonna be like the prep for it. So I have to do my press-ons. I gotta silk press my hair. I gotta do all of that. So yeah, and then I have to pack obviously all the outfits. So I'll do that with you guys. So this is the end of this vlog. So I will see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.